Hello, Baba Domosa. Baba talk babe. That degree, I saw your missed call yesterday. I get project when I dey work on, so I was just tired one kind. So I just say let me relax a little. As a result of that, I slept off. So now this morning and I should just wake up now. I saw what you were saying about this Lapo issue and all that. But in Noro anywhere, this life, I don't associate myself with people who derive joy using communication techniques to spoil the names of their fellow human being. I'm a child of God and I have fear of God. I'm a trained communicator personnel. I understand the techniques of all manner of negative communication. And I also understand the limitations and the consequences of negative communication because opposite of journalism is terrorism in terms of communication. So when I see a bank, a critical infrastructure in a state, those who call themselves management trying to show their talent in using half truths, using spin logic, using all manner of a way of telling lies to destroy the reputation of their staff, to me is a very big challenge. It's a very big challenge. We not allow this kind of people have their way because the sack letter they gave me since 2023, I've been asking them, what did I do that make you give me this sack letter? And in that sack letter, you make about 3 or 4 statements, and those statements are strange to me. I asked you and I confronted you. What was the action of deed? What was the event that occurred that made you make this statement against me? Let me know if you were fair to me or not. My brother, for almost 2 years, this pornography talk. Now, when I now ask my lawyer to begin law case, so my lawyer said first, let him write to them. So after my lawyer preview everything, he has to advise that for them to use arbitration means to resolve this issue, let them pay 100 million naira as compensation because some of the statements they made in my sack letter, to me, it was more like a witchcraft. It was more like a witchcraft. Some of the statements they made. It's just like a management that derived joy of behaving more or less like a colonial master. He just believed that, okay, there is no job in Nigeria. We can always get people to work with us. So the ones we have, we can decide to treat them anyhow. We can decide to conspire together, tell lies, tarnish their professional career, and nothing will happen. After all, it looked like they have been doing it to many staff and really nothing happened. So they believe that even in my case, nothing will happen. So I was surprised the so-called legal manager. I used the word anyhow lawyer to refer to the woman. I'm not insulting her. The word anyhow lawyer is the best way to refer to Lapo legal manager because she talks anyhow. She talks anyhow. First, one of the response the so-called anyhow lawyer or the bank responded to my legal notice was that I had multiple suspensions. Multiple suspension. I will be very grateful for the bank to bring the evidence of the multiple suspension. You know, the truth of the matter, the lawyer, by the way the lawyer wrote, the lawyer has confirmed that the bank does not have anything reasonable against me. The bank does not even have anything against me that warrant them to give me the sack letter. The lawyer succeeded in concluding that they, as a bank, decided to give me that sack letter for a personal reason best known to them. And the reason, because it's a personal reason, they are not bold enough to come out to make that reason official. That's why in the whole paragraph the legal manager used to write, the legal manager was beating around the bush. Instead of responding to and defending the earlier allegations the bank made in the content of my dismissal letter, the legal manager was busy creating new allegations, making new allegations, claiming that I have multiple suspicion. For more than 10 years I spent in the bank. The only time I was ever invited either to a branch disciplinary committee or a state disciplinary committee or a zonal disciplinary committee or head office was the only period I gave generator lights to the woman in Iyala. And that generator light, thank God I was able to show them the aspect of the bank policy that gave me that power. And today, they have not been able to look into their own policy and show me the aspect of the bank policy that contradicted that aspect I showed them. And if truly what I even did by giving that woman that generator light, I was wrong. What the policy said, give me warning letter. As for more than 10 years I spent with her, I don't have anything like warning letter. No warning letter was ever given to me because I have not committed any offense. I have not violated any aspect of the bank policy. The woman claimed that I have multiple suspicion. What I just said, the one with suspicion without pay they gave me, that is the only suspicion I had. For more than 10 years, I work with Lapo. It is only 2 times they invited me maliciously to the Lapo Disciplinary Committee. One, and the first one was the one I used to give generator light to the woman. The second one is the one they used to sack me and make criminal defamatory statements. Criminal defamatory, a statement made with evil intention so that no employer of labor in Nigeria should be able to employ me. They made it. So that's why my lawyer is demanding 100 million naira for compensation, because the damage they cause is far more than 100 million naira. The damage. You just pray you are not unlucky to work with some wrong set of people in Nigeria. They will use you. After using you, because they want you to remain like a slave to them, when they see you that they cannot manipulate you, they might go to the extent of looking for a way to destroy your professional career for you. And they are so happy doing it. They are so happy. I don't have any other suspicion apart from that one. And the woman claimed I appear for multiple disciplinary committee. I have never appeared in Lapo disciplinary apart from 2 occasions. Maybe the legal manager does not know the meaning between twice and multiple. That's why he was just using words the way he feel like. Even when he's supposed to be a professional, when he's using words. He claimed maybe he does not know the meaning or the difference between twice and multiple. Or you feel that because he's in Lapo head office, he have the freedom or the immunity to use words the way and manner she likes. That not also that there was also aspects. The legal manager claimed that while I was a manager, I don't even know whether it is Iyala or Unewi. He said that me, Usazo Akonedo, I was not performing my supervisory role. I was not performing my responsibilities. Una help me ask the legal manager that the thousands of my signatures wey full the books of record of the bank, wetin those signatures be? They not be supervised, not be those activities, not be supervision, na decoration. Muna help me ask the legal manager the visit to Lapo unions, visit to Lapo clients, the visit for loan verification, wetin all those things be for me? You know, the way the legal manager wrote, it is very clear that is maybe they don't go instigate some persons, they don't go instigate some staff, make the staff tell them lies, so that they will now use mere statement of the staff to back up their evil agenda towards me. But unfortunately for them, they are not wise enough that Lapo as a bank, the founding father in their own wisdom, they drafted Lapo operational procedure in a way that to assess the activities of a manager, you don't rely on mere statements. You don't rely on mere words. You don't rely on this your mosquito conspiracy of intimidating junior staff or brand staff to deliberately tell you lies so that you will have evidence to back. You don't rely. If you go to your expense analysis, your expense is your books of record. You will see activities of Osazuwa going to union, going to clients, visiting locations of your clients for inspection, supervision. Even when I was in Yala, that sometimes I have to use the branch vehicle. If you check the driver's logbook, you will see series of locations that every day where I go, the location I go, the client I visit, the unions I go, you will see the locations there. You will see the locations there. So if not for the fact of bad mind, why would somebody use the word that I was not doing supervision? So all those locations where full the driver's logbook, wetin there be? Maybe na the managing director house na I go, or maybe na the managing director birthday na I go attend, or maybe na the legal manager personal house na I go. Not be Lapo client house na be those ones. Not be Lapo client shops na how those ones be. Even before I left Iyala, I think I bought almost 2 or 3 logbook for the driver, waiting to take record of different activities. Because the logbook, you are expected to state where you go with the manager as a driver. And the mileage, you check your vehicle, the mileage, the distance, all those kilometers, whatever, you will be recording it. And where the branch manager used the vehicle to go. So the founding father, in their wisdom, have put scientific measures in place to know the activities of it. If you like, madam, go conspire with all those you can conspire. And I will be very grateful you bring those group you conspire with. So those people you conspire, I will be very grateful if you can bring them to court. Let them come and testify on your behalf, because that is the power you have, the power to use your own power to manipulate staff of the bank to bear false witness against another staff, because maybe you see the 100 million I'm demanding as a compensation as money too big, or you feel that who is a staff to challenge our authority. Madam, no matter wetin you and your gang be, una too small. Na too small, we be say anybody not go fit challenge. It's unfortunate that as now they do now wayo to see how you can spoil my name. God Almighty was always giving me wisdom to have a notorious fact that you don't need to argue when you are present it in court. If you like, continue with all the wayo. As now they stress me, so as I'm talking to you, as they stress me, now so the money they big. Now so the money they big. As they stress me, now so the money they big. And now so the money will continue to the big. And the damage they want, they will get it. Since their evil plan is to damage my professional career, God will turn it aside and God will expose everything that the whole world will know the truth. The whole truth. Like I said, I'm a child of God. I hate lies. I don't tell lies. I say things the way it is. I don't use communication techniques to show my fellow human being that I'm smart. No, I don't do it. Because negative communication technique is more or less like a terrorism. It's more or less like a terrorism. So I don't want to get myself involved. All this while, for more than 2 years, I can't imagine a bank. In one of the statements, the legal manager also wrote that the compliance officer gave me directive. I failed to obey the directive. And the legal manager was not bold enough to state in clear terms what was the directive a compliance officer gave to a manager that you said the manager supposed to obey that the manager did not obey. First and foremost, that statement also showed that the legal manager, who is an eternal legal practitioner or eternal lawyer of the bank, does not even know the bank policy and the bank procedure. First, a compliance officer is a subordinate staff under branch authority. What the policy of the bank said is that for the compliance officer to be able to do his or her work very well, branch manager don't issue query. If you have any issue against the compliance officer, report to your superior, the area manager, or report the compliance officer to the audit department where the compliance officer belongs, so that the audit department will look into it by themselves, issue query or take action. I'm surprised the legal manager is saying that a compliance officer issued me directive. You people are the one accusing someone of indiscipline. By your statements, you are now also the one showing that you are the one encouraging the culture of indiscipline. The work of compliance officer is to do his observation and submit a report for a branch manager to look into it and take appropriate steps. I don't know what you meant that the compliance officer gave me directive and I disobey the compliance officer. You were not even specific. I can't imagine after almost 2 years, the bank is still making empty allegations or reasonable allegations. Because I expected you as a learned person, you have to be specific what the compliance officer asked me to do. The directive you claimed the compliance officer gave me that I failed. I can boldly tell you of a fact. There was no audit report. There was no compliance report I did not act on. Even when I went to Nnewi, issues they buried, issues they cover up. Immediately they saw me, because some staff were thinking that my coming to Nnewi, I'm going to sack them. So I discovered that both the state and the compliance were trying to play smart. They started sending in reports. Even the report they said, I acted on it and I confronted the state with the verifiable facts. I challenged the legal manager to show me the aspect of the bank policy that permit the state area manager or the compliance officer to manipulate a branch manager. I challenged the legal manager to show me the aspect of the bank policy that permit the state area manager to deny the branch manager the freedom to be able to know the truth and say the truth. A challenge. For now, I don't know the report of the compliance officer the legal manager is talking about. You know, people who tell lies, they know they talk complete. They talk and chaka, 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 chaka. Wayo. First, let the legal manager come up. What was the compliance report that I failed to act on? That the legal manager is now claiming that a compliance officer gave me directive I refuse to obey. To me, that is an assault. Maybe the legal manager, the way the bank manipulated you, used you to tell lies against me in the letter you wrote. Maybe that's the way you expected me to behave. Madam, there is no aspect of Lapo policy that give any superior the power to use any subordinate staff or to use any staff to tell lies against another. There is no aspect. What you just did, it is your own culture. It is your character. It's because you yourself, you are not also a good person. You don't have fear of God. Because if you have fear of God, the lies you lies against me, you will not do it. You will not do it. You will not do it. You will not allow them use you to tell lies against your fellow human being. And that is the only thing you can boldly say, that none of you were able to use me to intimidate any other staff. None of you were able to use me to tell lies against any other staff. That is the only thing you can say. And I did no wrong. I did no wrong. All the people that I can say I issue query, that the query lead to their sack, today they can see me, we can still greet fine, because I never victimized them. Before I issued them the query, the evidence of what they did was even before their hand. I did not write long essay, petty, wrong and misleading picture to spoil anybody's name. No, I was straight to the point. And I gave them opportunity to react. And the bank took decision based on reasonable allegation and reasonable what? Evidence I presented. I never victimized any staff. Also, in the response, the legal manager, that's why I call the legal manager anyhow lawyer. Please, for my friends in the legal profession, please, I'm not trying to offend you people. I'm not trying to insult you people. The reason why I'm insulting the so-called legal manager of Lapo is not an external person. It's an internal staff of the bank. It's an internal staff of the bank. I strongly believe she herself, she may not be innocent of this criminal atrocity this gang of people gang up against me. I strongly believe she herself may not be innocent, because looking at her statements that she allowed herself to be used to make against me, meaning she herself, she is not innocent. So please, talking to her like this, I'm not trying to insult my friends in the legal profession. I know legal, a lawyer, a legal profession is a noble profession. Nobody was ever sent to law school that the law school now teach you how to tell lies. How to tell lies to spoil the name of your fellow human being. There is nothing like that. There is nothing like that. I expect as a bank, as a management, as a responsible management, you say the truth the way it is. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Like me, I'm saying the truth the way it is. I will not start fabricating stories. I will not start inventing story to give different meaning to the real event that occur. I will never do it. God will never allow me to do it. In one of the allegations, the legal manager also claimed that I intimidated a staff. is the staff I intimidated? And what did I do that you interpreted that I intimidated the staff? I can't imagine almost 2 years since you sacked me. You are still making empty statements. You are still making unreasonable allegation that cannot be verified. At least, if you are reasonable enough in your allegation, the right thing supposed to do, as you are making the statement that intimidated the staff, you will mention the dates. You will mention the name of the staff. You will narrate briefly, if not much, the activities that occur that you interpreted that I intimidated the staff. You were just trying to show your legal talent, which is actually not a talent. You were disgracing yourself, disgracing those who contract you to write that letter. Because you have succeeded in showing that this group of people who call themselves Lapo management, they don't even know anything about management, not to talk of personnel management. They don't know anything. The only thing they know how to do is to conspire among themselves and start telling lies to defend their action. To start telling lies to defend their action, which God Almighty will never allow you stand. For more than 10 years, I was sincere with Lapo Microfinance Bank. I work for the bank and I have justification for the work I did greatly for the bank. No amount of your lies, no amount of your conspiracy can outsmart the evidences that is obvious before your eyes. No amount of your smartness. Whatever you are just doing now, you are just dancing. And I love the way you are dancing. And you are already dancing to the tune of the music. I love it. So initially our own was okay. Let's approach industrial court in Lagos and begin this case. But sir, what we are considering now, we are starting the two cases at the same time. We are starting the civil aspect of the case at the industrial court, and we are also starting the criminal aspect of this case at the appropriate court. So, like, I decided to use Lagos because in one of my engagement with them, I told them that I would have loved to use court in Iyala, since Iyala was the location they mentioned. I supposed to use court in Iyala. So I know very well, and I told them that I know very well, if I use Iyala, most of them who have personal interest in this matter, who have shown that they have personal interest in this matter, they will not want to come to Iyala for a reason best known to them. Obviously, out of fear, they may not want to come to Iyala. And I promised them I will be very, very fair to the bank. I will take the court jurisdiction to Lagos State, because Lagos State, that's where the Lapo head office is situated currently. So as for the fact that the Lapo head office is situated in Lagos State, automatically the court there will have jurisdiction over this matter. So I'm the one that we're going to spend. I'm ready to spend more so that I will be very fair to them, so that all of them, they will leave that Lapo house anytime of the court sitting and come in group, the way they conspire together, and come in group to come and defend their action. So we are beginning the two aspects of the case at the same time, both the civil and the criminal aspect of the case. We are beginning them at the same time. So like I promised them, I'm ready to spend. If I don't have money, I will borrow money. Because the reason why these people have so much confidence in the rubbish and the statement they have been making is that they have been doing it to many people. Maybe nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nobody has ever really taken the bold step to really challenge them. So they just feel that whatever they are doing, they are on their rights. They behave as if they themselves are bigger than the laws that established Lapo or the laws of Nigeria that guide the conduct of Lapo. They make statements all manner, the way and manner they like. So I would really give them that opportunity so that they would say. So my intention of going to court is not to win. So it is better I approach a court than not to approach a court at all. It is better I go to court and lose. I will know that I'm the one that lose than for me not to approach a court at all. It is better I go to court and lose. And lose. I can't imagine people deriving joy, telling lies. All my years, I was serious and focused day and night. Even sometimes, if you dey sleep, those working with Lapo, sometimes if you dey sleep, you daydream. Now, Lapo work, you daydream, see. For more than 10 years, I was serious and focused on this job. Somebody is now coming. And one of the allegations is that all these are new allegations, so they never brought them to my notice when I appear at panel. When they call me for the panel, the new allegation the legal manager is bringing up now, they never brought it to my notice to rehearsal it. One of the allegations is that improper filing of low form, incomplete disbursement process. Madam Legal Manager, which clients were involved? Which branch? Which branch? Which clients? Which law firm are you talking about that was incomplete? I have no idea of what you are talking about. But if you are be clear, tell me how the law firm, the client involved, the law firm involved, the content of the law firm you interpreted that were not incomplete, so that I will be able to respond to you properly. You stop making unreasonable allegation. Anytime you make unreasonable allegation, you are destroying the integrity of Lapo as a corporate body. As a bank, Lapo is supposed to maintain some level of integrity. But the way you are making unreasonable allegation, people will easily see that this bank are not sincere people. This bank are not trustworthy people. This bank are not honest people. This bank are a group of liars. Stop making unreasonable allegation. When you make allegation, give flesh to your allegation so that somebody will have a clearer and specific picture of what you are talking about, so that we'll be able to respond to your allegation. Stop using communication techniques. You are a novice. Whatever you think you are a novice. Even the way you wrote show that you are a novice. I don't know what qualifies you to be the legal manager. I don't care. But the way you talk show that you are a novice. You talk anyhow. You just look at my kind of person. You. I don't know how the number of years you have in active public service that you can use your negative communication to intimidate me. Madam, you are inviting the bigger communication trouble that you will never, you may not imagine the direction it will go. Even right now, as I'm talking, I'm even be careful. A time will come, I will really mean you, and I will be very raw with you. Because you decide to allow yourself to be used to tell lies against another staff. Madam, you are worse than any evil person on earth. You derive joy telling lies against another staff. And you are happy telling lies against another staff. You said I intimidate a staff. And yet, the name of the staff, you are not bold enough to state it. The event that occurred that you said that I intimidated the staff, you are not bold to state it after 2 years since you sacked me. You are still making empty allegations. You are still using vague statements to continue to make allegations to spoil my name for nothing. Is it a crime that I decide to work with Lapo Microfinance Bank? Have I committed any crime that I decide to work with Lapo Microfinance Bank? Is it a crime that as a management, when you realize that what you have done is wrong, you take responsibility, take the apology to the staff, and look for a way to settle the staff so that the matter will rest? Rather, you are now inventing story. You are not telling people that I have multiple suspicions, which you know is a lie. The only suspicion, the only suspicion you gave me, thank God there is a policy of the bank that back my action for giving that woman the generator lights. I did not even offend the bank. I did not even violate as per the bank. You are going about happy that I have multiple queries. Yes, I have multiple queries. Now, those queries, were they really worth being queried? What are the multiple queries you are happy over? A area manager, a superior, asked me to overlook fraud. I refused and I resisted the superior. Before I really closed my work that month, I had to contact the head office, the IT support head office, who have to really restrict those accounts where those money were wrongly posted to or deliberately posted to. And when they now come back to me that the money is not secured, I was able to close my work for the month. I was surprised the following day, the area manager issued query accusing me of insubordination. Madam, you will show me the aspect of the bank policy that gave any superior the right to tell his staff to overlook fraud. You will show me, you and the managing director. In case the managing director don't understand, some of this case, me and the manager and the EFCC office now we want to go discuss them. So as I'm talking to you, some aspect of this case, the Madam Setia Ikpamosa, me and you, now EFCC office, now me and you go discuss some of this case. You are happy, and these are the malicious query. Where you happy say I get multiple query. A query that you conspire a criminal suspect. Somebody with criminal intention. You conspire with the person to start issuing malicious query. Even when I did not do anything wrong. The person was just issuing query. Even when the content of the query, nothing is reasonable in that query. What you will see in those queries are long essay, malicious intention, a vilification, just to spoil the name of their fellow staff. Is that what you are accepting as query? I can tell you that what you call query, they are not query. I don't have any query. Because those things you call query, by standard practice in a workplace, they are not query. The area manager was just reporting himself to you. And it was your responsibility to know the kind of area manager you appointed. That the area manager was thinking that he himself is bigger than the policy of the bank. Or because he's a superior to a branch manager, he feel that he has the power to unseat the power of a branch manager. Madam, do you know the level of responsibility the policy of the government placed on the branch manager? Do you know the level of responsibility? Have you really go through your policy before you make statement? Madam, City Ekpamosa, now EFCC office, me and you, go discuss this matter well. If you, the managing director, not go jail over this matter, me, I go. I'm saying it's clear and loud. If you, the managing director, not go jail over this matter, me, Osazuwa Akonedo, I go to jail. Those multiple queries, you are happy that the area manager was maliciously issued. You will tender it for everybody to see. You will tender it. If those things really worth being a query, if they are valid enough to be seen as query, if those documents are not evidence that you yourself, the managing director, you were the one instigating the area manager to do wrong, and at the same time issuing query to cover up the wrong, you will bring them. And I will be very, very happy that you bring them up. You will be very, very happy that you bring them up. So for now, I don't have any issue disturbing anybody or whatever. So let them go and get prepared. Even what I'm saying now, I'm going to make it public so that They can go and correct themselves and prepare their evidences, all the legal logic they want to use to cover up themselves. They'll continue to go and do it. Maybe their plan is to catch me unaware in court. Me, I'm not ready to catch any of you unaware in court. As you see me, I'm a straightforward person. Whatever I'm going to say in court, I will say it now so that you can prepare yourself very well and very transparent. Prepare yourself. I want you to prepare yourself very well. And that is the reason why I brought the court. I'm relocating to Lagos now to be able to begin this legal journey with you people, this legal battle. I'm relocating to Lagos. So Lagos is already your home. It's your head office. So you people can easily come out from your house and be strolling into the court and presenting those evidence. So the way you people conspire to start making mischievous, malicious statements to tarnish, you come forward in group to also come and defend it. And I will love it. I will love it. So once again, the truth of the matter, so I don't like people who tell lies. May God never allow me associate myself with this kind of characters. No. Management is not about being clever. Management is not about knowing how to talk. Management is not about being smart. Management is all about being responsible. And when you are responsible as a management, the way you talk and the way you attend to issues will be very clear that you are a responsible group. But this kind of characters, no. They are chasing away Lapo staff. Even the new ones they are employed, they are also chasing them away. They are chasing them away. Because the only thing they know how to do is to conspire among themselves, fabricate story, tell lies, to destroy the reputation of their whole fellow human being. I don't know the kind of character. I don't know where all these people came from. These were not the Lapo I joined 2013. If this were the kind of management I joined 2013, I for not even last 1 week, I for come off for the bank. No, this is not the kind of people. Like can never be. People who just tell lie. People that conspire together to wicked their fellow human beings. God forbid. God forbid. Maybe your plan is to intimidate me. You will not get my unlawful loyalty or all those kind of boy kind of. No, you can never get it. My loyalty belongs to people who are upright. My loyalty can never be given to people who are not sincere. It can never happen in Jesus' name.